Hi, this is Michael from Ambient Sound, and today I want to talk to you about designing sound and composing music for computer games. Recently, I had the pleasure to work with some amazing creative people at the Game Jam. Game Jam is where people from different backgrounds come together to make a video game in like 48 hours or in 1 week. In our case, it was 48 hours. The Game Jam was hosted by University Klagenfurt, and my team had the goal to produce a game, 3D shooter, first-person shooter, but with a twist. Two players play together, and they have their own map, but they play together in different times, and they have to stay together in the same area. Otherwise, they would have like a game over, or they would lose health. I will just go through the sounds I produced with you and show you a little bit about the music and sound production. The music and sound was implemented into the game by this with the help of this software which is called FMOD. And you can make dynamic music, so the music that changes over time when a programmer sends a signal to this engine. Okay, this first sound is industrial sound. It's ambient sound. I recorded it nearby at a factory, big factory, and it sounds like this. It's for setting some mood into the game. And there are two versions, a quiet one and a louder one, which the programmer can change in the game. So maybe if there are more enemies, the ambience gets maybe if there is more like city factory setting, the ambience can be louder. You can look at the game, you can download it. Just I will put the link in the description below. Okay, this was easy. It's just a recording. Did this recording with a field recorder. Now to enemies. The enemy attacks out. I made it quite late in the process, and I knew that the enemies, they won't have long-range weapons, only melee weapons. So I needed some whooshing sounds that happen when the enemy is attacking you, like this. And this is also a recording. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different recordings inside this, and it changes the recording, or it chooses the recording by randomized process. In this case, I just put the recorder on my desk, and I took from how do you call it? A branch from a tree, and I accelerated the branch through the air, so it made this whoosh sound. It turned out really good. I didn't know if it works, but it works really good. Sounds amazing. Okay, the next one is this enemy fly loop. There are enemies that can fly and enemies that can roll on wheels. And for this flying sound, I recorded the engine of my car and put some weird effects on it. This is obviously a lot of flanging and filtering. I show you the project file in Logic. So if I put everything away, it sounds like this. More like a car engine. Then I had some EQ, roll off the low frequencies and accentuate the high frequencies. There's also some automation there. This is a compressor and cruncher. Thickens the sound a little bit. And this one is the nebula effect. It has an LFO, delay, flanger and filter all in one. And this makes, it's like a preset, I think. A lot of sound design is experimenting and finding out, okay, where can I turn this knob and how does it sound? Does it fit into the game? Does it make sense? Okay, next one. Enemy hit. Okay, this are two sounds. Bouncing on an empty can or something. This sound it's more like hitting anything, hitting a solid object. It's combined to make it more interesting. There's also some randomization on this. The volume is randomized. Oh, sorry, the start offset and the pitch is randomized, and also on this pitch and the volume randomization. This is very common for sounds in computer games, so that they don't sound the same every time they repeat it. Enemy roll loop. I wanted to have, for the enemies, I wanted to have some similarities, so it's a layered sound. You know this already. And the second one is it's like the enemy, the robot, is rolling on stones or on concrete or something. In reality, it's just me and drawing my foot through some stones and recording it. These are the talk sounds. The enemies had to talk a little bit, like this. So every time this event is called in the game, it plays something different. And this is a real nice effect. So this is my audio signal. I send it to two buses, and on one bus I have this fracture effect. It makes really weird things, and two vocal synth effects. If I deactivate all of them, it sounds like this. Incoming. This is me saying incoming, and pitched up 7 semitones. Incoming. This is normal. Incoming. Incoming. Then on one bus I have this fracture. Incoming. Incoming. And on the other, this like spooky voice. And the second one that makes it even more robot-like. Okay. Then the music is also very interesting. We have a music for the future scenario and the music for the past scenario. And it can change when you change the intensity to 1. It will jump in the beat to the higher intensity. So you will have a seamless music no matter how you change it in game. FMOD can do this with transition timelines. So it fades out the music when the transition begins, and you can also play some tracks. This is, if you listen to this, it's a simple drum fill, but together it sounds really nice. This looks like this in Logic, where I composed this. It's a really simple project. It's still not mixed, so it can sound a lot better after it is mixed, but okay, on a game jam, time runs out really fast. So it's a drum loop. It's more than drum loop, it's this intelligent, artificial intelligence drummer of Logic Pro. And the bass. This is sampled bass. I didn't play this. This is programmed. You can see it here. And this guitars I played with my electric guitar, so I recorded it at home. There is an amp simulation, and you see a lot of effects. Okay. Then future music is similar. I have some swelling sounds when the intensity is low. And I added some glitches because the scenario is like in the future, it's broken. So the music should really reflect that. The high intensity, also with the transition. And if it goes back to the low intensity, okay, let's go on. Objects. We have some objects like ammunition that's lying around and you can pick it up. Let's see if I find this in the sounds. These are samples I have in my sample library. Also this one. So this sample is this door handle. The other one is reversed and with effects. And together they sound like a really nice ammo pickup, I think. Okay. Ground hit. This is when the bullet hits the ground. It consists of two separate instruments. This is just stones. And the other one are also stones. I recorded some throwing of some stones. And then I had this scatter instrument The scatter instrument can trigger a lot of samples at the same time, and you can choose how fast it is triggered. So this is this falling of the stones. Health pickup. Yeah, here it is. Health pickup. Oh, this is also a sample from another sample library. It was a free sample library from Glitch Machines, and I was just going through all my samples and looking for something that sounds like something I had in mind that could fit into the game. And then we had to, we thought we will need some leaves when the player maybe goes through branches of trees or some vegetation. Yeah, this was recorded just in the garden by brushing some leaves. This multi-instrument is also with samples, wooden plank snap. When a tree is hit by a bullet. And this when a wall is hit. So you would hear the shoot of the gun and then this sound. I think in-game it's really subtle. This is ice crackling that I changed a little bit. Then footsteps of the player. We have two materials, stone and leaves. Quite straightforward. This is a click. We had this mechanic where you hear a click and it goes faster like a Geiger counter when you get farther apart. Okay, I think this sound I loaded from freesounds.org. This health is a persistent event. It means it's running through the whole game and it gets the actual health values of the player. And if this drops down to like under 0.20, it plays a heartbeat and changes the music. This heartbeat is made by a kick drum, and I filtered out a lot of the extreme low and of the higher frequencies, so it sounds more like a heartbeat. I can show you what it does to the music, because this changes the music mix. The snapshot. When I play some music, and the snapshot comes in, it cuts really the highs off, muffles this a lot, and you hear the heartbeat. And if you get some health pickup and health rises, it goes back to the value before. Really nice trick. Okay, when the player is hit, I had to record like hitting a mattress with a bat, and it sounded like this. This game wasn't included in the game yet, so it's always very difficult to judge if the sound really fits, and if it doesn't, I would replace it again. But it's only possible if you play the game and you hear the sounds, then you can really judge it. Before, it's like a little bit difficult to judge if this is the right sound. This proximity is also, it's connected with this Geiger click. So if the two players get too far away from each other, it will play some glitches and a high pitch, so the player knows exactly, okay, this is now this is a dangerous situation. I have to talk to the other one and we have to go together again. And I made this with an oscillator, really high-pitched oscillator, so that you have the feeling like, okay, this really hurts, and you have to go back to this, to staying together. It also changes the music. Let's try it. Oh, yeah, this is really nice. It slows down the music a lot. And then, if you come together, it accelerates the music again. This is really nice. I would like to see this in game. Okay. Next, user interface. We didn't have a lot, only a click, pause. This snapshot, it also lowers the music a little bit and muffles it a little bit, so it doesn't stand out so much. And I had like this is also metallic sounds. It thought it fits the game and the rest of the sounds. Okay, weapon sounds. We had two types of guns, a laser gun and a rifle. Laser gun. Oh yes, with the gun sounds, they are shipped with this FMOD program, with FMOD.io. There you can buy also some sounds. Let's look for gun. Yeah, you find a lot of gun sounds. And you have to pay if you want to use them. But there are also some sounds that are shipped with the FMOD program, and they are for free. And there was one laser gun and one rifle sound, and I used this. And also changed it a little bit if it's fired in exterior, like in free ground, it sounds like this. And if it's fired in near a building, it can sound like this, or under a roof of a building. It sounds very similar. It's because it's only the reverb is different. If there is an overheat of this gun, it also does some sounds. This is like it can shoot, and this is sound of steam. I downloaded from Free Sounds, and the other one is a warning sound I made with a synthesizer in Logic Pro. The rifle first, also two different versions. This is the first one. This is the rifle sound. A lot of reverb. Less reverb when you're near a building. And I also added, because I wanted to have more realism, I wanted to have a sound of casings falling down. Also some sounds from Free Sounds, and different pitches, different versions, so it sounds different every time. Together it sounds like this. If there is no ammo, there has to be a sound. If you want to reload the gun and you have no ammo. If you want to shoot and the rifle is empty, just the trigger. If you want to reload but it's already full. And this is the reloading sound if you can reload. Okay, this was the FMOD project. I hope you could learn something out of this. And it's really funny to do sounds and music for games, to have a specific goal in mind and to try to match this, really to set a mood for the game. I wish you a really marvelous time. Take care, and if you want to look at this project, you can do it because you can download FMOD for free. I will put up the link to this project where you can download this project and play around with it if you want. And if you want to look at the game, you can also do this. I put the link in the description below. So have a good time and maybe see you at the next game jam.